On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. A little check down to Lindsey. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Watson, option play. He'll hand it to Johnson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
I don't believe that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. But Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
And when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football. But that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. Last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson looks to throw again. He's got his target, Chris Conley. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Conley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Run on 1st down gets him 6 yards to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Here's Stafford. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. Back to throw, Stafford. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Touchdown, Rams. Deshaun Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On 2nd down, right back to Lindsey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Here's Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First down Texans. Watson hooking up with Cooks. To throw is Watson. And he's got Amendola on the connection. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Watson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Screen pass to Lindsey. Room here to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Being chased out left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Two yards, good enough for a first. Now Michelle. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Henderson going to run for it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the red zone now, Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown! Darrell Henderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Gay is on for the point after. And he's got it It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Tremont Smith.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense in this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now it slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are. But they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Jackson now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Stafford on first down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jordan Jenkins, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Throwing on second and long. Stafford, he gets it complete to Jackson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. from the gun to give to Henderson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Henderson, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
They run the toss with Henderson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Michelle, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He's going to go deep for Conley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Now a 2nd down and 6. A throw out wide to Woods, complete.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Jacob Harris.
And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in here with Michelle. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Running left is Henderson, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Rams are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coach?
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Right side caught by Jackson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll run on 1st down. Henderson trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Malik Collins.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
From the gun, Stafford. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his third touchdown now on the year.
And the Rams are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one.
The kick is good. Makes the score Rams.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Very short kick, taken right at the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Amendola's got it, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Faking the give. Now Watson. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Watson off play action. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Akins, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Dancing to his left.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, Henderson. Well, very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jackson. A gain of 6 there on first.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you said.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked out by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Now it's Watson. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And it's caught here, Amendola. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Watson now to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off at the 35. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Throwing here, Stafford. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Monday. Easy. I'm letting you know right now.
Stafford. Well, that'll be caught by Cup.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now he's got it, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Rams,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.